I think that launch pads are some of the biggest opportunities we have in this market. These launch pads that we're going to be speaking about today give you the opportunity to absolutely print money. When I say that, I mean launch pads give you the opportunity to get early stage investments that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get unless you held the tokens and staked them on the platform. And those opportunities in the past have done incredible gains. We're talking like 698x return on your money. These are the possibilities when it comes to launchpads. Does every project that you invest into on a launchpad do a 698x? Of course not. Some of them are going to do nothing at all. Some of them will lose you money. But in the game of crypto, we need to be paying attention to as many opportunities as we possibly can. We can't pay attention to every opportunity, but we have to pay attention to the ones that strike our fancy. Launchpads have particularly interested me since the last bull run. If you've been following me since the last bull run, you know that I've been involved in a lot of launchpads and we've made some really outsized gains. In fact, I took part in the launch I'm talking about over on Cedarfy that got a 698x return. This thing absolutely printed money, and I only put around, I think it was like $100, maybe $200, but let's say it was $100. I can't remember exactly what it was, but $100 investment times 698 equals $69,000. So that's the kind of incredible thing you can get. With that said, of course, you, as someone who invests into a launchpad, into early stage investments, do not get 100% of your tokens unlocked instantly. Normally, it's around 5 to 10% of the tokens unlocked, meaning that on the day of the launch, if this was the number that you had in total in your tokens, you'd divide that by 100 times 10 to give you 10%. That would give you $6,980 from a $100 investment. And then it would unlock through the next year, maybe 2 years. And of course, we went into a bear market, so the price goes down. And I know that most people don't go through the nitty and gritty like that with you. So of course, you get your 10% out, price can go down from there. But the key is we can multiply our money using launchpads. And I want to talk about 3 launchpads today that are on my radar. And guys, if you ever want to stop in and check out what I'm doing in this market, I have a link down in the description to my Patreon that will give you access to my live trades that I'm personally taking. On top of that, my portfolios, early access to my videos, and a group of awesome people. So all you have to do is follow the link to my Patreon there. And if you don't like it within the first 3 days, you drop me a message and I give you a full refund, no questions asked. With that said, let's jump into the video. First of all, Cedarfy. You know I love Cedarfy. I've been talking about Cedarfy for absolutely ages. We made a video where I called it at 75 cents. Okay, so it's up significantly today. We can see $3.59. The reason why I'm interested today in Cedarfy is at a $200 million market cap. And if we compare that to the old all-time high market cap, it isn't that far off. We're at $350 million. But in the last week, Cedarfy is down 8%. In the last month, it is still, however, up 52%. But people are very excited when the market does this. Vroom, these big pushes upwards. Here, boom, these big pushes upwards. But as I always say on this channel, these are not the opportunities you want to be getting invested. When the market moves on, stops paying attention, the euphoria dies out a little bit. That's what we want. That's when we want to start paying more attention. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into Cedarfy, we can see the kinds of returns that they can get. So obviously the highest one they got was that 698, but we had Cryo War here at 169x. We got Sidus at 109x. By the way, these are the all-time high ROIs. These are not where they sit right now. The market caps of where they sit right now are here, of course, like I said, down significantly since the bull, but some of these might come back. Holding on to them through the bears and the bulls may very well return huge amounts of money. You can see even on this first page here, you scroll down loads, we're still in the 10x region. So Cedarfy has done a good job on launching a lot of gems here. They are in the Web3 gaming industry, okay? So they're going to provide opportunities to get involved in Web3 games. I think that's awesome. Of course, this is the scene of Alex Becker. Alex Becker is actually an advisor to Cedarfy, and Take that as you will. Some guys like him, some guys don't, but I think that's a good thing for the exposure of this project. And the old all-time high, I think personally, there's no reason why CeDaFi couldn't get higher than this if they do continue to provide value in the form of opportunity, right? Looking at some new updates for CeDaFi, with this announcement, we're about to start a new chapter for Web3 gaming. IGO rounds above $2 million+. So the new vision for CeDaFi is as follows. Public 2 million, so tier 1 to tier 9, private 200k, seed 100k, and creators 300k. This means our community is getting much higher allocations compared to before. It also means that each Web3 game that goes through CeDaFi gets much more funding and expenses for building, tier 1 exchange listings, marketing, and user acquisition. Still, while keeping most launches start these rounds below an initial circulating market cap of 1 million. That means that to get that 10x, like I spoke about, if you were at a 10% TGE, to get your 10x, you'd only need a $10 million circulating market cap. And in the world of crypto, especially in a bull market, that is something that is very achievable. Of course, not all projects will do that, but it is very achievable. In 2024, they will raise their standards quickly so CeDaFi becomes a powerhouse for funding besides everything else that they do. So I would be paying attention to CeDaFi. That's just my opinion. Of course, you guys need to go out and do your own research. I ain't your financial advisor. Now, moving on to number 2, we have De-Incubate Launchpad. These guys reached out to me and asked me to do a review. So this is a paid review here of De-Incubate. But, and it is a big but, as you know, I work closely with CeDaFi and I have worked with them in the past. Who cares? I brought you guys CeDaFi at 75 cents and those guys paid me to do a review about them. I was more than happy to oblige because I love CeDaFi. I was using the platform in the bull market before we ever even got in touch. So that paid review at 75 cents made your money go up at least 5x, right? If you manage to get into that. So I wouldn't always be hating on paid reviews. And that's why I personally still bring them to the channel, because there may be opportunity. With that said, today the price sits at 4 cents for De-Incubate. De-Incubate's market cap sits at an $11 million market cap, $46 million fully diluted. If we look here, like I said, 42x was their highest return, 11x, 9x, 6x, 6x, 5.8, 5.5, 4.6, and that is 4.6, 4, 2, and 2. These are all of the launches they have done so far. So this is a very early stage launchpad. But if we check out their website, we can learn a little bit more about them. And they do particularly look quite interesting. We can see some of the opportunities that they have coming up, these two. But they also have Serenity Shield, a project that we've spoken about here on the channel. And these are all the projects they've completed so far. This platform is also audited by CertIC and Hacken. And the way you get involved in De-Incubate is the same as CeDaFi and any other launchpad really. It's a tier system. So you have the base level, which is free, and the first level, which is 10,000 DCB tokens, which right now sits at a price of $466. The highest one sits at 200,000 DCB, and of course, from the lower to the higher, you get more allocation depending on which tier you choose. Now, checking out their Twitter here, we can see they have over 100,000 followers. They're followed by even CeDaFi and a bunch of other people, and they have just gone live recently on MEXC. And they actually do airdrop promotions here. So we can see that they've actually airdropped $1.9 million of hold finance, $71,000 of chappies, $65,000 of Lit Lab games, and $59,000 of AI Tech IO. The way they give these tokens out are through their learn to earn events. So you compete for different amounts of tokens. So if we click on here, we can see you'll have to answer the following questions. The answers can be found in the resources below. So it's basically a questionnaire and you can compete to win yourself some airdrop tokens from the platform. So all of the links for De-Incubate will be down there in my description. I do thank De-Incubate for sponsoring this video and I'm really excited to see, and I do hope that you do very well in the future. At an $11 million market cap, there is a lot of room for potential upside. But of course, I'm not your financial advisor, so go out and do your own research. Now, finally, DAO Maker. This is a project I've brought to you guys many times before. I'm not affiliated with them. I do, however, take part in some of their launches, and They've done really well. Some of the launches, 366x, 298x, 292x, 212x. You can see just on this first page alone, will only go down to as low as 24x. So they've done super well. Now, this project is also another project with a large market cap, $199 million. So D-Incubate still has 20x to go to be anywhere close to this. That's why I wanted to make sure you guys saw this project, okay? So with DAO Maker, it's much larger already, 200 million. But if we go market cap and we hit all, we can see their old all-time market cap, very similar to Seedify, around that $375 million market cap. That is peak bull market cap. So this could go much higher in the next bull market considering where we are already. With that said, they have a bunch of upcoming live IDOs. And of course, the way you partake in this is exactly the same as the other ones. You buy DAO tokens, you stake them on the platform, and that gives you opportunity to invest in different opportunities that are launching on their platform, just like all the other tokens here. With that said, we can see here on their Twitter, they have 647,000 Twitter followers. So this is in no way a small project. So one of the biggest launch pads out there. It's probably worth checking it out to see if it's something that fits in with your risk profile. Like I said at the start, launch pads are risky. There's no guarantee that the projects you get involved in are going to make you any profit. No one can guarantee you any profit ever, especially not me and not launch pads. You need to go out and do some fundamental deep dive analysis, research, look at the past, look and see if it's worthwhile and make a decision for yourself. No one can make the decision for you in this space. You need to do your own research and you need to understand the risks involved. With that said, I hope I provided you with some value today and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.